This story is a short love story set in the background of science fiction and reality. Hopefully, readers will be enriched by the chemistry of the story with a sense of humor. And if you like the story, please like, subscribe, and share.
Chapter 1. Dr. Gupta is a biologist who has been researching deep-sea aquatic life for a long time. Dr. Gupta engaged in relentless research on how organisms survive under the pressure of deep water in the sea. How did the creation of all the aquatic creatures in the sea come about? While researching Dr. Gupta, the question arose in his mind that if life could exist in the deep ocean, then surely the animals on the surface could roam in the deep ocean. If humans can land outside this planet with the efforts of science, then surely they will be able to roam inside this planet. The main point of the research is to change the DNA of the human body without using any kind of artificial devices to make people move like a fish under the seawater in the same way that people can walk on the surface of the earth.
Rohan is Dr. Gupta's only child, age 18. Dr. Gupta decided to do all his research and experiments with Rohan. Dr. Gupta wants his research achievement to be respected all over the world. He wants their father-son name to be an example to the next generation, so he started all his experiments with his son Rohan.
Dr. Gupta's special friend is Dr. Sanyal. He is a famous transplant surgeon. With the help of Dr. Sanyal, Dr. Gupta pushes the formula he discovered into his son Rohan's body and set a device in Rohan's brain so that Dr. Gupta can sense Rohan's movements in the deep sea sitting in his lab. Chapter 2.
Dr. Gupta successfully submitted all kinds of tests on Rohan's body. Day by day, Rohan's physical and mental behavior started to change. He began to like to swim in the water most of the day. After 6 months, Dr. Gupta realized that Rohan was now able to reach deep water without oxygen. One morning, Dr. Gupta came to the seaside with Rohan, Dr. Gupta at the extreme end of his long research.
My dear son, I hope you are fully prepared mentally. From now on, this sea is your home. Your job will be to make friends with different types of creatures under the sea. Remember, the main point of our research is to make human habitable under the sea.
Don't worry, Dad. I will try.
Remember, this is a tough challenge for us. You have to survive by gathering food like marine animals. If necessary, you can come to the beach, but for a limited time. Staying away from water for long periods of time is dangerous for you.
Dad, I am ready to be your important research partner. I am excited very much, Dad.
Have a good journey, my son. Remember that from now on I will manage your every step sitting in my lab. The day our research is successful, I will come back and bring you back to a normal human life.
Okay, Dad.
Father and son hug each other and wish each other good luck as Dr. Gupta makes his way home to the lab and Rohan begins to sink into the sea, to swim in the sea.
Chapter 3.
Lena is a 17-year-old girl. Her home is in a small village near the sea. Most of the people in that village live by fishing. Lena has no father. She has a mother. So for a living, Lena comes to the sea every day to fish. The family of mother and daughter survives by selling the fish she catches in the market. Lena looks stunningly beautiful, looks like a heavenly fairy tale heroine painted by an artist. Lena's looks are not enough to describe in words. That day, Lena tried hard but could not catch a fish. The morning passed. The afternoon sun reflected in the seawater, a look of disappointment in Lena's eyes, because today she could not catch a fish. When the sun sets in the afternoon, Rohan comes to the beach every day to enjoy the beauty of nature. That day, when Rohan came to the seashore, he found Lena standing alone on the shore. Usually at this time the beach is quiet. The beach is bustling with the noise of fishermen and tourists visiting all day long. Everyone goes back in the evening. Seeing Lena alone on the deserted beach, Rohan came to Lena. Rohan was surprised. To see Lena's appearance, Rohan had never seen a girl look so amazing at the crossroads of adolescence and youth. However, Rohan asked Lena,
Hello, I am Rohan. I live in this sea. Who are you? Why alone? On this deserted beach? On this busy evening?
Lena was suddenly startled to see Rohan, a fit, tall young man, whose skin color was not like that of a normal person. His skin color matched the blue water of the sea. He suddenly came forward. How? Lena was naturally scared and said in a frightened voice,
I am Lena. I come to the sea to fish every day. Fishing is my profession. Every day I catch fish and sell it in the market to run the family of mother and daughter. Unfortunately, I didn't catch a fish today.
Don't worry, Lena. You wait a little. I will give you fish.
As soon as he said that, Rohan slowly disappeared into the seawater, and after a while, he caught a large sea fish and gave it to Lena. After witnessing such an unimaginable event, Lena was shocked and started looking for answers in her mind.
Is Rohan really a man, or the gift of God? Any water gods? How does a person live in the sea?
Rohan said, before Lena could say anything,
You have to get home now, before it gets dark. Go, Lena. You will come again tomorrow, at this time, and I will fish for you again.
Thank you very much, Rohan. I am very lucky to meet you. You are like an angel to me today. See you again tomorrow. Bye.
Chapter 4.
That night, Lena couldn't sleep. Rohan's image was roaming in her mind again and again.
Who is this handsome man? Never seen him before.
Various questions are peeking in Lena's mind.
Meanwhile, Rohan is now fully 18 years old. In this universe, with age, biodiversity evolves. A time comes when every living being is more eager to find a supreme being than his immediate family members who grew up from his birth. Rohan's mind was full of excitement that day. Today, his mind is very bored, it seems, that the call of a loved one is making him confused again and again. The physical and mental balance is being disturbed again and again. The mind is telling when the twilight of the evening will come. When will I see the shadow of the loved one in the fading sunlight? Like a magnet attracts iron, love always attracts the opposite sex. Similarly, at first sight, the lamp of love lit up in the temple of Lena and Rohan's heart. Lena came to the sea in search of fish the next day, and Rohan reaches the beach on time, where he met Lena yesterday. Lena didn't have to do anything to catch fish today. Rohan gave her fish as per Lena's demand. Today, Lena is very fluent in front of Rohan. The inertia that was in the mind at the first meeting is not as inertia today. But there was a lot of curiosity to know about Rohan.
Rohan, I want to know about you. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course, you are my only friend now.
Why are you not like all other people in the world? What is special about you that allows you to move easily in water?
Rohan explained in detail the reason for Rohan's life at sea. After hearing Rohan's story, Lena melted in awe and respect for Rohan.
I am very lucky, Rohan, to meet such a noble person like you.
I felt all alone in this sea, but after seeing you, I don't feel alone anymore. I feel like you are, always by my side. I am also very happy after meeting you, dear Lena.
Lena and Rohan exchanged words between themselves for a long time today, and every day they promised to meet. Lena and Rohan's meeting continues on a daily basis. If for some reason they can't appear in front of each other, then both of them feel a sense of emptiness that day. Just like when you open the calendar that has been hanging on the wall for a long time, that place feels empty. The beach was uncrowded one afternoon due to light winds and drizzle. Nature comes alive with the sound of ocean waves and rain. In the rhythm of the rain on the deserted beach, the endless song of joy rang in the hearts of two budding men and women. Rohan's gaze is in Lena's eyes. All the world's contentment is bound in two hearts today. In the rhythm of the waves of the ocean, two hearts are united in joy.
Lena, I lost myself in you from the day I first met you in this sea. I love you, darling. I'm so lonely without you. I can't live without you, sweetheart. I love you very much, my dear.
I love you so much, Rohan. I have already given my heart to you, my dear. You are my soulmate. I cannot live alone without you. In my waking dreams, you're just you, honey. I'm dying to touch your love in your strong arms. Hug me, Rohan. Please kiss me.
Chapter 5.
When Lena and Rohan's love is consummated, Rohan's father, Dr. Gupta, is upset, as his long-standing research will be disrupted if Rohan and Lena's love lasts. Dr. Gupta came to the beach one afternoon to meet Rohan.
Dear son, I hope you are well. You must know what is the purpose of your wandering in this sea. You also know that I monitor your every move from my laboratory. Dear son, I am concerned about some of your activities lately. In my observation, it is advisable for you to keep yourself away from worldly love. So I want you to stop seeing Lena.
No, Father, I can't stay without meeting Lena, because I love her so much. Lena also loves me very much. We want to get married in the future.
Marriage? Oh no, you can't do that. Because you are completely separated from the way of life of this people, no girl can marry you and start a family in the marine environment without some scientific effort. You won't be able to stay above water for long if I don't want you to, my dear son. So forget the odd thoughts.
I can't live without Lena, Dad. I am not a machine, Dad. I am a human being grown in blood, flesh, bones, and marrow like a normal human being. I also have a heart. It is natural for love to come in my life according to biological rules.
Dr. Gupta realized that the son's statement had a valid logic. In biology, living beings do not exist without love relationships. Dr. Gupta is determined to fulfill his purpose on the one hand, and on the other hand, a father's duty to his child, a stable solution needs to be ensured in this conflict.
My dear child, I also know that, as love teaches to live, it is also important to work to keep that love alive. So I want you to become a creator in the midst of creation. Your actions will make you great. Now you decide, will you choose Lena for your love, or adapt yourself to the hostile environment of the sea to create something new?
Chapter 6.
As soon as Dr. Gupta returned, Lena came to the beach, like every day. Lena looked incredibly beautiful. Lena's lips were colored pink by the red light of the sun. Her eyes had a magical smile. Her whole body was like a newly bathed swan. Rohan's body then folds of thoughts. On one side, Lena's love. On the other side, his father's promise to pursue science. In the middle is a hopeless lover. Lena asked, seeing Rohan looking so upset today.
Are you okay, Rohan? Your body looks like something happened. What happened, honey?
I am afraid, Lena.
Afraid?
Fear of losing you.
What are you saying? I am right in front of you.
Rohan explains the content of the discussion between father and son to Lena.
My heart is breaking at the thought of breaking up with you. I don't want to live without you. You are my only companion in this lonely life. Only you, my love. But how can I hold you there as my life flows? You are in my blood, flesh, marrow, heart, mind. But I can't make you my partner even if I want to. Too much love not only pulls closer, but when necessary pushes away.
The eyes of the two were filled with silent tears, building a house in the mind of the two. The dream that was cherished was washed away in an instant like a barrage of sand in the gentle waves of the ocean.
I can't live without you. I will be yours. Only yours. If I don't find you in this life, then I will abandon this mortal body underwater.
The last light of the sun slowly disappeared in the western horizon. The darkness came closer to the heart of the earth. Lena disappeared into the darkness with a huge pride in her chest. Rohan began to disappear into the depths of the sea.
Chapter 7.
Dr. Gupta listened to Lena and Rohan's conversation from behind. He felt very peaceful in his heart. Dr. Gupta was impressed by the devotion of Rohan and Lena to each other. The purpose of biology is to find the source of life, to protect life, not to destroy it. Dr. Gupta's main research topic is to build a settlement for people in the deep sea. To reach that desired goal, a pair of men and women are needed in that case. He sincerely wants Lena to be Rohan's partner. So he was listening to the conversation of Rohan and Lena from behind. In fact, this is their true love, or a little infatuation. In youth, the emotions of the mind move at a fast pace. If the coexistence of the reality with the speed of the mind is not tolerated, physical and mental, disorders occur in people. Dr. Gupta thought of a plan to check if Lena was physically and mentally healthy. As Lena was heading home in the dim light of darkness, Dr. Gupta called from behind.
Hey, Lena, wait a minute. I have something to talk to you about.
Who can call her by name in such a heavy voice? No one here knows Lena except Rohan. Lena stopped. Lena is not afraid anymore. Dr. Gupta comes to Lena.
I am Dr. Gupta, Rohan's father.
Do you know me?
Lena said politely.
Yes, you love Rohan. Want to marry him?
Yes, I love Rohan very much. Rohan also loves me very much. But you cut him off from social life, so against his will, we must give up each other's private interests. I have a question for you. Why did you make Rohan such a kind-hearted person when you prepared Rohan for your research?
Lena's eyes were blurred by tears while speaking the words. Dr. Gupta understands the importance of age in biodiversity. He smiled to himself and said,
Dear Lena, don't cry, my child. I am a biologist, or my job is to make life beautiful, not to destroy it. I know life without love is dead. Love needs a good home. Now, if you want to be Rohan's uneven life partner, then I can apply my scientific process on your body like Rohan.
As fish cannot live without water, I also don't want to live without Rohan. Please let me do that, so that I can get Rohan.
But I have a condition for you. You have to prove how much you are patient and how much patience you have.
Please tell me what to do. I am willing to do anything to get Rohan.
You have to collect pieces of stone every day, arrange a row of pieces of stone, and build a habitable building for you and Rohan in the depths of the sea. Only when your construction work is completed, you and Rohan can get married.
Chapter 8.
The condition given by Dr. Gupta sounds very easy, but in reality it was a very difficult challenge. The real purpose of Dr. Gupta's condition is that the more challenges a living being faces, the wiser he becomes about life in reality. Patience, moderation, and action bring success. According to Dr. Gupta's conditions, Lena started collecting one pile of stones every day, and Rohan arranged the stones one by one under the sea and slowly started building the house. Through long-term efforts, Rohan and Lena were able to fulfill the conditions given by Dr. Gupta. And the main subject of Dr. Gupta's research was how to make people live in the deep sea. That experiment was successful. As promised, Dr. Gupta applies scientific technology to Lena's body. Lena can now roam the ocean like Rohan. Rohan and Lena, paying homage to Dr. Gupta, crossed the ocean in joy of the new creation.